My sister poisoned me to cause my 3 miscarriages, and I didn't know until after the 3rd one. 2 years of fertility treatments, 2 years of hoping, 2 years of heartbreak. We'd converted the guest room into a nursery, but I could barely look at it. Finally, our miracle happened. 2 pink lines. I fell to my knees in our bathroom shaking. Danny found me, and we held each other on the cold tile floor. But my sister Laura had always competed with me. Better grades, prettier dress, bigger wedding. When I shared our news, she immediately announced, what a coincidence, I'm pregnant too. At family dinners, she'd compare our symptoms loudly. I have 0 morning sickness. It's so easy for me. Mom would fawn over her while I struggled to keep food down. Week 10, I woke up to cramping, blood everywhere. Danny rushed me to the hospital. It was too late. Our baby was gone. Laura visited that evening and sat on my hospital bed. Maybe your body just knows when something's wrong. Some people aren't meant to be mothers. She rubbed her own belly while she said it. 6 months later, I was pregnant again. We didn't tell anyone for 8 weeks, but Laura somehow knew. You're glowing, she said at lunch, her hand on my stomach, trying again. So brave after your first failure. That word, failure. Like my baby was a failed test. This time, I made it to 12 weeks. Laura threw a gender reveal party for herself that same weekend. You should come, she insisted, unless it's too hard watching me celebrate what you can't have. The morning of her party, the cramping started. I knew immediately. Danny drove in silence, his knuckles white on the steering wheel. Laura visited me at home, 7 months pregnant and radiant. Maybe you should stop trying, she said, sorting through my mail like she owned the place. It's getting pathetic. Some women's bodies just can't do it. She left a bag of maternity clothes for when you accept reality and just adopt. Danny threw them in the trash the second she left. The 3rd pregnancy we told no one, not even our parents. But at Thanksgiving, I couldn't hide my exhaustion. Laura noticed immediately and announced to the entire family, oh my god, you're trying again? After 2 miscarriages, that's basically child abuse at this point. I ran to the bathroom sobbing. Laura followed me, pretending to care. I'm just being honest because I love you. Her purse had fallen open on the counter. As I reached for tissues, I saw a prescription bottle. Laura never took medication. Always bragged about being completely natural during pregnancy. Something felt wrong. The label was partially visible. My hands shook as I grabbed my phone and locked myself in the bathroom stall. I googled it quickly. The results made my blood run cold. Abortion medication, used to terminate pregnancies. Why would she have this? She was 8 months pregnant, unless... My mind raced back. Every miscarriage happened after seeing Laura, after she'd made me tea, after she'd insisted I try her smoothies, after she'd given me vitamins from her purse because sisters share everything. I stayed in that bathroom for 20 minutes, my world tilting off its axis. When I came out, Laura was describing her perfect pregnancy journey. 3 babies, I thought, staring at her. She killed 3 of my babies, but I smiled and said nothing. Not yet. The investigation triggered automatically when the lab found the medication in my blood. Police interviewed me for hours. I gave them everything. Timeline, photos, texts where she'd insisted I drink her teas. A week later, they arrested her at her nephew's birthday party. Cops walked through screaming children, passed the princess cake, and cuffed her in front of everyone. Mom fainted. Dad threw up on the lawn. Laura's husband stood frozen, holding their baby. You jealous bitch! Laura screamed as they dragged her out. You couldn't let me have anything. Her nursing license was revoked immediately. Hospital fired her retroactively. Her husband filed for divorce and emergency custody within 48 hours. Mom still chose her side. How could you destroy your sister? 2 weeks later, Laura called from prison. Why? I asked. She was silent for a long time. Because you always had everything. She finally said, good job, good marriage. And then you were going to have the perfect baby too. I couldn't watch you have the one thing I wanted most. So I took it from you 3 times. I hung up and never answered again. 3 babies, 3 chances at motherhood, 3 pieces of my heart. But she's serving 20 years for attempted murder. And I'm finally healing. That's the real victory.